Hello and welcome back to the channel and to the mat and for this 30-minute soft ball workout. So the soft ball workout, which is already on the channel, is the second most popular video, so I thought it was about time I did a new one. So you want the ball, you don't want it fully inflated, it needs to have a little bit of give in it, and we are going to start in 4-point kneeling on the mat. So we're going to put the ball between our knees, and then we're going to come into a nice stable 4-point kneeling position. So we don't want to be collapsing in the back. We know our abs need to be pulling up, supporting the back. Our shoulders need to be nice and stable on the back. And our eye gaze is just to the end of the mat, so we're not dropping our neck. We're going to inhale to prepare and then exhale. Rise, lift up that lower back in an angry cat as you lightly squeeze the ball between your thighs. And then exhale. Come to a slight extension. Okay, nothing extreme, and you need to keep those abs and lower back nice and stable. Again, inhale up and exhale, release. Good, one more like that. And release. And then we're now just going to rock back just to get a little bit of movement through the hips. But what I don't want you to do is move the pelvis. So we're keeping the pelvis nice and neutral. So for that, I don't want you to stick your bum out or tuck it under. So it needs to just stay nice and neutral. And just rocking back, keeping the ball lightly squeezed between the knees. One more. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lifting up into that angry cat as you lightly squeeze the ball, and then release into neutral. Good. Really lift those abs to help you. And one more. Release, and then just a few more of those little rock backs. Again, just loosening up those hip joints. 3, and last one. Good. So now I'm going to take the ball out, just move back slightly on your mat, and we're going to put it under our left hand, and we're just going to roll the ball forward. So he's slightly pushing into it, nothing extreme, just making sure that that shoulder is nice and stable on the back. Okay, so nothing else is moving. Your abs are supporting the lower back, your pelvis is nice and neutral. Just literally moving that shoulder blade on the back of the rib cage. Let's do one more, and we're going to hold it out there. So you might need to just slightly so your hand is on the ball. Okay, keep your hips facing down to the mat like headlights. We're going to glide the right leg back. I might need to move forward a little bit so I don't kick this over. Okay, and we're just going to lift and lower the right leg. So for 8, 7. So the ball's just creating a little bit more instability. So you have to switch on those abs, on all those little muscles closest to the joints to help keep you nice and stable. Don't twist. Keep those hips facing down towards the mat. Lost count now, so 3 more. 2, 1. Good. So bring that knee in now, and we're going to take the ball and put it behind the right knee. Okay. So we're now going to flex the foot and we lift and lower that leg. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up and squeeze the calf towards the thigh. So squeeze the ball. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Whew, it's quite intense. So just put the ball back on that left hand. We're just going to do our thread the needle stretch on the ball. So you're going to push the ball under the arm as you rotate, and the shoulder drops towards the mat. It should feel really nice having the ball there. So we're rotating around the spine and then come up to the center. 2 more. Really enjoy this stretch. So the ball often gives us the opportunity to do some really nice stretches, as well as some hard work. Good, last one. And up. Great, so we're now going to repeat that series on the right side. So starting with the shoulder stability. So we're pushing the ball out and in. This one is just to make you aware of that shoulder blade on the back of the rib cage and how we want it to move and glide rather than get trapped. Okay, and on this one you're going to hold the ball out underneath that right hand, getting stable, glide the left leg out, and then we're just going to lift and lower for 8, 7, really feel length, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that in, and we're going to slot the ball behind that knee. It doesn't really want to stay there today. So, okay, so coming back onto those hands, flex the foot, and we lift and lower for 8, 7, 6. Really make sure you're not twisting or leaning over to the right hand side. Stay nice and central. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Squeezes in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, and now I get to do that lovely thread the needle stretch. So ball under the right hand, and we thread it through. Oh, feels so nice on the shoulder, through the back, through the ribs, and lift. So do these in your own time, don't rush it. Really enjoy that twisting, rotating stretch. So important for us to rotate that body. And last one. And come up, and then we're just going to do a quick child's pose. So option here is to put your hands on the top of the ball and head in between the arms. If that's too much for your shoulder, just take the ball away and just breathe into the backs of the ribs. Good, rolling the ball in, and now we're going to come onto our side where the ball is going to go under our waist. So we're going to rest up on the elbow, our bottom knee is bent, and our top leg is long. Okay, so we're really feeling length. So often when we're on sideline, I say don't collapse in the waist. So the ball really makes you aware of that not collapsing. Okay, and it also adds a little bit of a support for us. So we're just going to lift and lower that top leg. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to bring the knee to the chest, flex the foot, and push it out like you're pushing against a wall. 2. Everything else is stable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hold the leg straight. Reach the arm up, then we're just going to reach the leg a little bit back and the arm a little bit forward. I'm going to bring the elbow to the knee to really crunch into this oblique and reach away for 8, 7, 6, 5, keep lifted in that supporting elbow, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, just pushing up. I'm just do a quick counter stretch. And then spin the legs round to the other side. Okay, so getting set up on that ball. So it's under the waist, my shoulder's nice supported, so it's not too far in, it's not too far out, it's just elbow is just underneath the shoulder blade. I'm nice and supported, bottom leg is bent, top leg is long, and we lift and lower. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we bring the knee to the chest, the foot is relaxed, and push it out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so foot is long now, toe pointed again. The leg goes slightly back, arm reaches slightly forward. Elbow to knee, really feel that waist contracting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great job. Pull the ball out, and let's do a quick counter stretch. Always feels nice to stretch out those sides. Great job. So let's move on to working our abdominals now. So we're going to come up into a seated position on the mat, so we're not slouching down. We're high on those sit bones, and the ball's coming in between our knees. Okay, so we're activating the inner thighs. So whenever we do half roll back, we should activate our inner thighs anyway, but this, having the ball there really concentrates us on that. Okay, so we're going to put our arms out. We're squeezing the ball lightly, so maybe 50%. We inhale to prepare, exhale, tuck that pelvis into your C shape, rolling back. Don't feel grip here. If you feel grip here, you've gone too far, okay? Stay in your C shape, come up and over, and extend to vertical. Good. Keep squeezing that ball. Feel those inner thighs working for you. Up and over, and extend. Good. Let's do 4 more. Exhale back. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale over. Inhale, extend. Really feel those abdominals pulling back towards the spine. Get as much flexion as you can out of the lower back. And up. Last 2. And up. And last one. And up. Okay, hands on the knees. Just extend slightly. Release the ball. Just to release any tension. Okay, and then going back, arms long. We're going to roll down to the back. And we're going to hold here in a nice C shape. And we're going to squeeze that ball in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling up and extend. Let's do that again. Squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Good. Take the ball out now. I'm going to put the ball into our hands. Okay, so make sure again you're high on those sit bones in a nice vertical position. We're going to rotate to the left. Okay, staying vertical. We're going to roll back to the left. Take the ball up and over to the right. Rolling up and come to center. Okay, so next time we go to the right. Rolling back, staying in that C. Up and over and roll up to the left. So we're just squeezing lightly through the ball so you can feel an engagement on the lat muscles on the backs of the shoulders. So left, roll back, do a rainbow arc to the other side, rolling up and come to vertical. Right, up and over, rolling up, and center. We'll just do one more either side. I personally find this one quite tough. Up and over, and to vertical, and last one. Rotate to the right, rolling back, sweeping over, and rolling up. Great, just put the ball off to one side. Just go into a long frog and flex over those feet, just to release any tension. And then sitting up, and we're going to roll down now onto our back, and we're going to put the ball underneath our pelvis. Okay, so it needs to be under the sacrum, so at the very bottom of the spine. Okay, so it should feel quite comfortable here. It should feel like you can release any tension in that lower back, just rock from side to side. Okay, you might need to adjust to suit you, but when you're ready, I want you to take your right leg to tabletop and your left leg to tabletop. So this should feel quite unstable. So for these exercises, while we're in this position, you really need to draw down on those abdominals, make sure they're close to the spine to support you. So we're going to toe tap. So take the thigh away from the hip and bring it in. Good. Only go as low as you can control those abdominals. They're not popping out and your back is not arching. Okay, for those who want more challenge, have just your fingertips resting on the mat. Gosh, I already feel much wobblier there. And if you have really good control, you can take your arms to the ceiling. Oh, I feel very wobbly now. Okay, so do which level suits you. I think I'll go back to fingertips. Okay, one more either side. And then just hug those knees in. And then we are going to keep our arms on the mat for this one. Legs are coming straight and we're going to go into our scissors. So you probably aren't going to get your leg as low as you can when it's on the mat. I feel like I can go to there without it starting pulling on my back. So we're going to pulse, 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 pulse. So nice stretch for those hamstrings. And we're working the lower abdominals. We're working all our abdominals really to keep stable on that ball. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hug in again, and then feet on the mat, lift up the hips, and we're going to now put the legs long, and we're going to have the ball on the top of our thighs. We're going to do the roll up with the ball. We're going to try 2 different variations. Okay, so first one is we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, we're going to curl up looking at the ball, and then we're going to roll it down the legs as we come up to seated, up to vertical, and then roll it back down again. Okay, if it's at any point this is too difficult, just go to our regular roll up where we start with the arms above the head and use that version. Okay, listen to your body, do what feels right. Down with control. So let's do 2 more like that. Reaching forward as the abs pull back, come to vertical and roll down, and then we'll do 1 more. Rolling forward, up and down. Okay, let's see if we can challenge this a bit further. So we're going to put our feet on top of the ball. Okay, our arms are above our head now. So we're going to Inhale to prepare, exhale, curling up, and then our legs are going to straighten as we come up and over. Good. Come to vertical, and then as we roll down, 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 and then our feet draw in. Good. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale, exhale up. And down with control. Bringing the ball in when you're lowered down onto the mat. 2 more. Good. And in, and last one. So much control to do this exercise. You're doing really well. And bring that ball in. Great job. So just put the ball off to one side, and we're just gonna do a nice twisting stretch. Just take one knee across the body and the other arm out to the side. Good. And then come back to the center, and then go to the other side. Excellent. So let's go back to working those glutes now. So the ball goes back between our knees. Okay, again, you might need to adjust to make sure the ball's in the right position for you. So I want you to just lightly squeeze now, so maybe 20%. Then I want you to squeeze to 50%. Okay, so you should really feel those inner thighs working. Okay, we're gonna just pick the pelvis up, squeeze the ball in, release back to 50%, drop the pelvis. So no articulation, we're just picking that pelvis straight up, squeeze, release to 50, tap down. So for 8, keep that rib cage nice and closed. So we're not trying to flare the ribs out like you do in yoga. We're going to keep them nice and knitted in. So it's just the pelvis lifting. Squeeze in, release, and down. For 6, 5, 4, keep even through the feet. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now lift the pelvis up, make sure those ribs are closed, and we're just going to squeeze that ball in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap down. Let's do one more set of those. Oh, really tough. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Excellent. So we're going to now take the ball under one foot. I'll use the left foot so you can see. Okay, so this is going to feel very wobbly to start off with. So we're going to pick the pelvis up. We're going to roll the ball out and in while you stay lifted. So for 8, 7, keep that pelvis nice and level. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower it down. Switch the ball to the other foot. Okay, so pushing down onto that ball as we lift the pelvis up and we roll the ball out and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lower it down. Good. Just put the ball off to one side. We'll do a quick figure 4 stretch just to ease off those glutes. Okay, so just opening out the hip as the ankle crosses the knee. Good, and then just switch to the other side. Can really feel my glutes after that. Excellent. Last one for the abdominals. We're going to put that ball back in between our knees. Okay, and we're going to do our 100 with the ball. So I want you to go into a neutral spine or a slight imprint and then lift the knees to tabletop. Okay, we're going to come into a chest lift. Okay, so we're nice and head is supported in between the shoulders. We're going to squeeze the ball for 5, so feet together, sorry. And then we squeeze the ball between our knees. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then pump the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll speed up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms. And keep breathing. Squeeze. And pump. 2 more rounds. Squeeze. And pump the arms. Last one. And pump the arms. And then lower the head and lower the legs. Oh, great job. Just to keep those feet and knees together and just let the knees drop to one side and then bring them to center. Drop to the other side and center. Okay, so before we come on to our extension, I just want you to put the ball behind your neck. Okay, so like a pillow. So this should feel nice. Okay, so just taking the head to one side and the center, other side, center, and then I want you to draw a little circle with your nose. So just to release any tension in that neck, using the ball as support. Good, follow that nose around. And then let's take it the other way. So don't make this too big. Just so it's just a nice little stretch on the back of that skull and in the back of the neck. And then carefully take the ball out. And we are going to roll on to our tummy. So whilst we're on our tummy, the ball is going to go under our chest. So the ladies, it's sort of just below the bra line. Men, obviously same place, maybe minus the bra. But we're just keeping it. Again, you might need to adjust to make sure it's in a comfortable position for you. So our arms are coming to a sphinx position. Okay, so we're in a supported extension already like this. So we're just going to lower the head down slightly and the neck, but making sure it's kept in nice alignment. We're going to inhale as you slightly extend. So by the arms already being where they are and the ball supporting our chest, you should really feel like it's the back muscles that are lifting you and you don't need the arms to lift you up. And release down. Inhale. So try and just use those back muscles to come up, making sure that your lower back is supported by lifting the abs and down. So this movement is very, very subtle. Okay, don't try and force it and think you need to go higher. If you're doing this correctly and just using the back muscles to lift up, you're doing it correctly. You know, you're doing the right work. And down, and let's do one more. Lifting up, so the hands are nice and loose, and lowering down. Okay, so on this one, we're going to lift the hands up, so they're parallel with the head. Just watch me once so you can see what I'm doing, and then do this together. So we're lifting our hands up, we're diving forward over the ball, head goes between the arms, we swim round as we reach up and extend, and then we come back to the starting position. Okay, so let's do 6 of those together. So hands lift up. Okay, we dive down over that ball, swim the arms around, and come back into our starting position. Dive, swim, and up. So we can again get into some really great extension using the ball as support. Really feel those shoulder blades coming together on the back. 3 more. 2. And last one. And then just take that ball out. And we're going to go back into that child's pose. But this time, if you wish, rest your forehead on the ball. Okay, if that doesn't feel good on your neck, take it back to the arms on the ball or take the ball away completely. So whichever one feels good for you. Just relax into those hips, allow them to open, release the tension. And then we're just going to round over, so flex that spine. And then come into a 4-point kneeling for our final challenge. So we're going to put the ball underneath our shins. And we're going to do our leg pull front exercise, balancing on the ball. So our shoulders are nice and stable, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're just going to hover those legs off and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Again, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Let's do it 2 or 3 more times. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. So just putting the ball in between those ankles, and then we're just going to lift up into a down dog. Just lift and lower the heels. Okay, and then walk the hands towards the feet. Keep the ball where it is. Just hang over the legs, and then using the abdominals, let's lift up to a standing position, and then rise onto the balls of the feet, keeping that ball squeezed in and down, rolling down. Good. Inhale, and then exhale, rolling up, rising onto the balls of the feet, really challenging that balance. Down, and one more. And rolling up. And rising up. And take the ball out, and you are done. So really hope you enjoyed that one. Another one to add to your small Pilates equipment routines. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I hope to see you on the mat again really soon. Take care. Bye.